Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Ophiuchus. As always, Ophiuchus, all of the readings are timeless. So when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Ophiuchus, I'm so sorry. I accidentally missed you yesterday. So yesterday I went ahead and started the Scorpio reading and I like totally missed Ophiuchus. I feel really bad because they usually go in order, But I think that has something significant meaning in your message, and it's talking about like looking over something or accidentally like missing something or looking over something or someone or a concept or an idea. And the message here is to kind of like take a U-turn, go back, because you missed something. There's something that has been missed. So, Ophiuchus, today we've done your spread with the Hush Tarot. So you'll be seeing that deck. It's by Jeremy Hush. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, which is depicted as this quail. This came up in, was it the Sagittarius reading? Yeah, so there's a bleed through. So this came in through the Sagittarius reading as someone who has experienced the same thing that you've experienced. So you have similar backgrounds. Someone who has a similar background to you. Okay. And then on the split, we have, is this the Six of Cups? No, this is the Four of Cups. On the split, we have the Four of Cups. This, I think, is coming up. This Four of Cups is coming up as your energy. You see how it looks. Someone who has a similar background as you is approaching behind you. And what that signifies to me, sorry, the light is casting a little funny. What that signifies to me is that it's out of your awareness. Something that is out of your awareness, Ophiuchus, that someone of like-mindedness or a similar focus or a similar background is approaching you. I can feel that you can kind of sense it. There is a little bit of this card, this Four of Cups, has a nervousness to it, because I always see her like stroking this, I don't know what this thing is, but it kind of looks to me like a hair or something. This is not hair, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like a nervous tick or something. Yeah, so it has a little bit of nervous. So you can sense with your I don't know, your extra senses that you can feel this approach coming, because look at how big it is. And it's got a lot of like sound, air, and movement in the wings. So you're feeling its approach. Okay, so sorry, my camera fell off the tripod. Yeah, so what we were talking about was that you're sensing the approach, and if you're having like some type of, it might be expressing itself as like like a little kick up of anxiety, but it's like an internal feeling. So when that emotion starts to kick up, it's kind of like that's what this is. That's you feeling the approach of this King of Swords, this quail energy. All right, let's get an overall energy for. That was quickly. That was quick. That was quick. That was quick. All right. So for the overall energy, we have the Five of Cups here. And this Five of Cups talks to me about like being swallowed up by the flow. So we're turning into a flow state, like totally encompassed in flow state. Because she looks like she's dancing to me, and she looks like she's submerged under the water, dancing in the water. So it's talking about like, yeah, being completely submerged and in the flow state. So what does that have to do with this approach? Because these two are so much, they're so different. These two here, the Four Cups and the Five of Cups. Oh, okay, so there's a progression here, 4 to the 5. So as this is approaching, it's like there's a little bit of nervousness at first, and then once it washes over you, you find that you are encompassed in the flow state. So that tells me there's a strong release of what this energy is. It's like loosening up. You are loosening up. That's kind of what this is talking about, loosening up. Okay. So sorry, Ophiuchus. The camera has come off the tripod once again, so I think I need to repair this tripod. Anyways, all right, so we were starting off with your reading. So today we have the first card in your reading is the Six of Wands. And this was actually showing itself in the Scorpio reading. Scorpio ended off with the Six of Wands, and then you're beginning with the Six of Wands. So it's coming with a message of like beginning where you left off, right? It's kind of like, it's so fascinating because it's coming through with a similar message of as Scorpios, which was talking about yeah, like starting back. It was actually coming up as like finishing the job, but this one is it's talking about beginning where you left off. So, but this is someone else's energy. This is, I want to say, this King of Swords is this King of Swords, it's their energy. You see how the color palette is very similar here? So this is someone else's energy that is coming in. They're approaching, they're approaching you because look, even in the framework, we have them approaching, they're approaching you, behind you, out of your sight, out of your awareness. Physically, I want to clarify that. Out of your physical sight, physical awareness. And I say that because you're presented here as what is this? This is the Knight of Wands. You're presented here as the Knight of Wands. Do you see how there's a meeting here? So that energy of overlooking or kind of like passing by something and missing it, that is someone else's energy. And so they're having to like make a U-turn and come back to you. Does that make sense? Because I'm seeing this bird flying towards you. You're depicted as the rider of the cardinal. And their focus, their attention is kind of like elsewhere. You see, it's almost like something off the frame has caught their attention, and they're looking that way. However, their ride, there's okay. So the Six of Wands yesterday was coming up as something that they've joined forces with. So I want to say it's probably like a spiritual entourage, something like that. So they're looking this way while their spiritual entourage is carrying them towards you. It's like their spiritual entourage is like, yo, hang on a second, you missed something here. Uh, Loop back around again, and take a closer look. So I was saying that you might not necessarily be physically seeing them, um, but there's a sense there's a sense that you have that is alerting you to their approach, and that sense might actually be kind of like a buildup. It's like you can you can feel that something is coming. You haven't yet seen what it is, so it is a little bit unknown to you, but like it's like it's coming regardless. So there's a little bit of nervousness as to what exactly is coming. I don't know exactly what's coming. So there's kind of like this, like, okay, okay. Yeah, so that's kind of like where you are. But then it quickly transitions into you as they come into your awareness, as their approach comes fully into your psyche and also physically. You're going to return into the flow state. So your spirits are going to be like settled back down. You'll settle back down. All right. So it's really interesting because it's almost like they don't necessarily know that they're approaching you. They just know that they're going in a direction, and then it's like they bump into you, but you're seeing them ahead of time. You're seeing them before they approach. It's like you're sitting on this branch here. Okay, this is fascinating. You see how his claws? See this claw? It kind of looks like a blown up version of this branch here. So, what it's talking about is actually that their spirit team, their spirit ensemble, has contacted you to alert you of their arrival. Okay. To alert you of their arrival. All right. So they're also coming in with this hangman energy. You see, it's how their body. It's like their body is looking in another direction, but it's like they're moving in a particular direction, but their sight is focused on something else. I can't see exactly what they're looking at. Like, I can't see what their sight is focused on. I'm not getting any information about that. What's the? It's not even a distraction. It's whatever, it's their focus. Okay, that's what it is. It's their focus. So their focus can talk about the work that they do, um, especially with this Six of Wands here. Yesterday in the Scorpio reading, it was talking about a mission. So the focus on their mission. So their body is moving. They're moving in a particular direction, but their focus is on their mission. So they're coming in with the Hanged Man. And it feels like perhaps because their focus on their mission is so strong, it's like they don't want they don't want to have necessarily have a shift in their direction, because they're like tied down. Their feet are tied. Well, actually, now I'm wanting to kind of shift that, because their feet are tied in a particular. So perhaps they are wanting a different direction. They are wanting, well, with the Hangman, that energy is usually seeking some sort of, well, they're seeking some sort of enlightenment, right? With the Hangman energy. So they are wanting a new direction. But the direction that they're in right now has them, like, they're trying to untangle themselves from the direction that they're in right now. That's why they're focused on something else. It's like they're trying to, it's almost like as long as they stay focused on their mission or whatever that is, it's like they're hopeful that their feet will start to move in that direction. So their mind, their passion is focused in a particular direction. So hopefully then their feet will start to move in that direction as well. It's kind of like a turning of it's that U-turn. It's the U-turn. That's the U-turn that I was talking about. So, okay, hang on. I've got like cat fur in my eye. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, it's it looks like you are, Ophiuchus, you are like standing at the entrance of whatever this unfolding is. It's funny because it's like they're coming to you, but it's like you're standing at the entrance of whatever this unfolding is for them. Um, because I kind of see this Knight of Wands as like standing at the edge of a forest, and kind of they're like a guide that's going to take you through the forest. So that's the energy that you're in right now. So they've made their U-turn. They're coming back to you. You're riding this cardinal, which tells me that you're kind of like well, you're like a spiritual. It's like coming through as like a spiritual leader. That's what the cardinals signify. So as a spiritual leader, you it's like you're helping to guide people along their path through the forest, whatever that means. But I definitely do sense you at the threshold of this new it's actually coming up as like a side quest. You're standing at the threshold of this new side quest with the Seven of Pentacles. You see how there's like there's a frame around her here with the Seven of Pentacles. So this is you standing at the entrance. and you're holding this key here. It's like you're unlocking the door for like someone else. You're unlocking the door for whoever this one that is making a U-turn and coming back to you. It's like you're helping to unlock a new path for them because they're looking to find a new path, and you're helping to unlock that path for them. What's fascinating is that this nine, not a nine, it's a seven. The Seven of Pentacles in the actually it was in the Sagittarius reading. Was that the Sagittarius reading? No. It was the Aries reading. Oh, okay, Aries. Wasn't I talking about picking up where you left off or starting I can't remember if it was picking up where you left off, starting back over. Aries is the initial the initiator. Aries is the initiator. So that's what that's the energy that you're holding as Ophiuchus. You are a spiritual initiator, and you're standing at the entrance to a new path for someone else. And you're standing there as a guide. Okay. so so you with this key, it's like you have the this is what it's talking about. It's like you have the master key to this door. I want to assume that you probably have the master key. If it's a master key, you've got, I mean, the key opens many doors. So, but in particular, in this reading right now with this person, you have the master key for unlocking this path for them. And the Seven of Pentacles, it also comes with a message of having a key, yet not knowing exactly where it goes, what door it opens, not necessarily knowing what to do with the key. Yes, you have the key, but then now what do we do with it? Where do we put it? Maybe because you're in that like you have the master key, but you don't know exactly what to do with it, where to insert it, how to open the door, all of that stuff. So I want to say that the one that is coming in is, it's almost like it's like a tandem thing. Once so you've been sitting at the edge of this new trail, quest, spiritual path, that type of thing, with the key. And then once they arrive, they're going to give you perspective on how to open that door. It's like you're both, and then it's like you both go on that. You then both go on the trail. Okay. So we're ending off the first half of your reading with the Seven of Swords. And look, it's that same. Hang on. It's the same bird here. Do you see this bird here in the Seven of Pentacles? So 7-7. I don't know if, not particularly sure. Well, sevens. I don't know. Anyways, so what it's talking about is that once this doorway is opened up and you figure out how exactly to open up the door with this particular master key. There are other keys in it's talking about like once you get through that, once you are initiated on this path, you're going to discover other keys. This bird has look, it's like a net, it's like a key ring. He's standing on the key ring, a nest of keys. And keys talk about, oh, well, keys to me they symbolize knowledge. They can symbolize knowledge. They can symbolize it's not the knowledge particularly, it's actually the acquisition of knowledge. You need the key in order to, because, for instance, you can get a book out of the library, open it up, read it, right? Completely, but not understand what's trying to be conveyed. You need the key. So the key is the I don't even know what it do. I hope that makes sense. I don't even know exactly how to describe that. You need the key in order to understand what's being shown to you on this new path. So as you're moving along this new path with this quest buddy of yours, you're both going to be receiving the keys in order to understand something, I guess, in the future, right? In order to understand something in the future, because you have to have the key before you can open that book up, open that door up. All right, Ophiuchus. If that at all resonated for you, the link for the extended is in the description box, and I'll see you there. Bye.